Hey Covies, got a fun, unique workout for you guys today. Unique as far as like some new movements and some fun movements. So we're going to get started with a nice little warm up and then get you going for 5 rounds. So what we have for you today, it's going to be 5 rounds, 5 ninja burpees, and I will go over all of the movements, of course. 5 ninja burpees, 5 per side lizard lunge plus the high knee, 5 per side single leg toe touch and reach, 5 per side airborne squat, which is a new movement that I just learned that is super fun, and then a 5 rep dolphin push up, and we're doing that for 5 rounds. So we are going to get warmed up first, and then I will go through all of these movements. You guys can get a chance to practice the movements as well, and then we'll get this thing going. So first things first, let's go ahead and start off with just a call out warm up for right now. So we're gonna start, I know there's a big light behind me, hold on. Seems to be a little bit better on the video. We're just going to start off. I'm not wearing shoes right now, and you guys can choose to or not. If you want to go out for a run, you can go out for a 400. Otherwise, hang out here with me. We're just going to start with some high knees marching. Start to kind of open up those hip flexors a little bit. Think about pulling that knee up. Now we're going to add the arms, and we're going to speed it up a little bit. Try to stay nice and light on the ball of that foot. Faster. And let's go ahead and go back to that march. I'm going to have you guys give me a couple inchworms to the top of a plank. We're going to push up as well, but I want you to hold before you go all the way down. So we're going to hinge forward, walk it to the top of the down dog. Try to drive those heels down towards the ground. Get a nice stretch to those calves and that hamstring. Then walk it to the top of the plank. Then go ahead and do your push-up. You can do these on your knees as well. Walk your hands back. Hang out in that downward facing dog. Walk it all the way back. And then slowly roll it up. Let's do that 2 more times. Down, walk it out to a down dog, walk it out to the top of a push-up, give me the push-up, and then back to a down dog, all the way back, slowly rounding. 1 more time here. Pausing. Push up, pause here again. Good, go ahead, round it on up. All right, awesome. So now we're gonna go into some butt kickers. So just starting, kind of like how we start with our march, we're just taking our time with these. Trying to feel that quad open up. A lot of quad, a lot of leg today. Well, a lot of everything really. And then let's go ahead and kind of jog it out, but keeping those heels nice and high. Trying to hit that glute. And now let's speed up that pace. And back to that sort of marching. Good. Go ahead and find a little bit of a wider stance. You want to find that squat stance. Give me 10 air squats. And then at the bottom of that 10th squat, we're going to hold it, driving those knees out, chest stays nice and tall. Take that left hand, grab for that right foot. We're going to twist up towards the ceiling. Try to keep that weight back in your heels while you're here. Go ahead and switch. Good. Now from here, we're going to come down to our knees. Sitting back on our heels should feel a nice little stretch through those quads. And then what I want you to do, if you have the mobility to do this, I want you to lean back. You don't have to come to a full saddle, but I want you to try to get a little bit of a stretch through, extension through those ankles, stretch through those quads. Open up that hip flexor a little bit. And then from here, come on into a Samson lunge. So both knees are 90 degree. We're focusing on that back hip flexor, pressing up towards the ceiling here. The more you press, the more you should feel it in that hip flexor. Then I want you to just tuck that back toe. You can see it behind me, tuck that back toe. Come on up and back down. Just give me 5 split lunges here, or split squats. Start to stay balanced. And then let's go ahead and switch. Same thing other side. We're going to do that Samson lunge. Engaging through that hip flexor. Pressing up. Tuck that toe, and then just go ahead and give me those 5 split lunges. Split squats, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Those are split squats. I'm calling them the wrong thing. All right, so now we're going to do some quick from the prone position, so kind of like we're at the bottom of a burpee, and we're going to catch ourselves in a low squat. We're kind of working that quick pace, because we're going to be using that speed for our ninja jumps, ninja burpees in the workout. So we're going to do 5. So come down to the ground and all the way down to prone. Feet are still tucked, hands are right next to your chest, and then you're going to pop up into a nice low squat and then just right back down. 5 of these. So that movement is actually going to be the modification for the ninja burpee, and that's what I'm going to go over right now. You're going to add an extra squat. So if you're not going to do the ninja burpees like I'm about to demo, you're going to be doing a burpee, catching in a low squat, standing up, squatting again, burpee, low squat. Okay, so that's going to be that mod. The ninja burpee is kind of like a combination of the 2 movements, the ninja jump and the burpee. So you're going to start down on your heels. You're going to be using that explosive movement with your arms and opening of your hips to catch yourself in the bottom of a low squat. And then from that low squat position, you're going to press back onto your heels to go right back into your next ninja jump. So your ninja jump burpee will look like, or your ninja burpee will look like this. Okay, so the burpee part is a little bit, it's kind of a stretch, but that's what we're calling them, and that's what you're going to be doing today. If you want to add a little bit of extra push-up in there, you can do the same movement, except for when you catch yourself here, you're going to press forward before you drop back onto your knees. So catch, lean forward into more of a like a crawl position or bear position, and then come back. So just a little bit of an extra movement, a little bit of extra arm work there for those ninja burpees, but we're doing 5 total. And then the next movement we're going to do is a lizard lunge to high knee. So we're going to start out in that lizard or perfect lunge position just to get a stretch. The back knee can stay down for the warm-up, and then when I go into working the movement and showing you guys the movement, the knee will actually come up because you want to be nice and active in that position. So we want that foot on the outside of the arm, so the same side obviously. And then let's just go ahead and twist as we continue to get warmed up. Back down. And let's go ahead back through a plank and switch to the other side. So that knee can be down as we get warmed up, or it can be up and active. Let's go ahead and twist up towards the ceiling here. And back down. So for these lizard lunge high knee, you're gonna be doing 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. We're not gonna alternate them. So what that's gonna look like, it's kind of, and again, another stretch, kind of like a mountain climber. So you're active, leg comes up, and then you drive that knee high. So let me change the angle here of the camera slightly so you can see a little bit better. So we're gonna be down. Let's say we'll start with that right leg on the front. So it's leg out, jump up, come down into that stretching position, back up. So you're driving off of that front leg. You're gonna do 5 on one side, then we switch, 5 on the other side, all right? So ideally you're jumping high with those hips fully extended at the top, but the most important thing is to really drive off of that front leg. That front leg is gonna be engaged the entire time we're doing that movement, all right? And another quick warm-up movement that will also go into our next movement for the workout, which is a single leg toe touch and reach. So from here, guys, find your hips, feet underneath your hips. We're just gonna do a good morning to reach. Just give me 5. And this is gonna be similar movement, except for there's gonna be a little added element of balance. So on one leg, again, we're stabilizing and getting active in this one leg. You're gonna hinge your hips back, try to stay nice and aligned with these hips. We don't wanna angle our hips upward. Arms come down, arms come up. So that reach is there, except for we're not getting up on our toe. We're just bringing this front leg in front of us. Try to keep that foot flexed to keep that leg nice and straight. So it's, try to stay balanced too. 1, 2, 3, etc. And then on the other side. So this movement's a lot slower. We're slowing down a lot. It's a lot of core, a lot of stability and balance. So take your time, use your breathing to stay controlled so that you can stay nice and tight during this movement. The next one, this is the fun one. This is the one that is new to me, and you may need assistance with this one if you're not super stable or super comfortable. Like if you can't really do a pistol squat, you might actually benefit from this one, or you might actually be able to do this one. But it's a single leg squat, but you do get some assistance at the bottom of that squat. So if you have an ab mat or a pillow, you can use this to bring the floor up to shorten the range of motion. But the airborne squat, similar to a pistol squat, is rather than the leg in front, the leg that is not working is going to be behind you. So as you come back, it's almost as if you're lunging back. You're gonna feel this in your glute and you're gonna feel this in your core. You're gonna come back, you're gonna tap that knee on the ground, back up. Tap that knee, back up. So we're not lunging back, right? We're staying active, engaged on that front foot. This toe never should hit the ground. That knee tops, you can come back up. Again, if you need to bring the floor up for some assistance, an ab mat, a pillow, a little rolled up sweatshirt or something can help to just shorten that range of motion a little bit. But you're gonna do 5 on one side, and then I typically struggle more with my left, so it's gonna be 5 on the other side. Take your time. Try, even if you have to pause at the bottom, try to keep that toe from assisting. So again, this is another movement where I don't want you guys rushing through this one. I want you to take your time, slow down the movement. You're still going to benefit from the cardio hit. You're still going to benefit from all the other movements. You don't have to be blasting your heart rate out of the water every single movement. And the last one here is a dolphin push-up. And the modification for these is going to be on your knees. You should still be able to benefit from the exercise when on your knees. So I'm going to do it from this side. It's probably easier. So the dolphin is a yoga position where you're kind of like in a downward facing dog, but you're on your forearms. Okay, so this is going to be the finished position. It's kind of like a pike push-up. This is the finished lockout position. This is where you're starting here. So hips are low, shoulders are a little bit forward, almost in front of your wrists. Then you're pressing back. That's 1, 2. Okay. So you're pulling those hips stay high the whole time. Your heels don't have to be flat on the ground unless you're super mobile in your calves. I am not. So if this is a struggle, you can do these on your knees, leaning forward, just kind of pressing back more into like a child's pose, or a puppy dog with your hips higher than coming all the way back. But starting in this position here, and back. So with the dolphin push-ups, you'll feel it through your shoulder, through your tricep, and definitely that core. That's going to be 5 reps as well. So we've got 5 rounds, 5 ninja burpees, 5 per side lizard lunge plus high knee, 5 per side single leg toe touches and reach, 5 per side airborne squat, and 5 dolphin push-ups. Woo! So take a couple minutes. If you need to write this down, if you need to take a break, if you need to make sure you've got like a little assist or something, or if you just need to get through a couple of these movements, test them out. We'll go ahead and get started here in just a second. You guys can pause the video if you need a little bit more time. Get my music set up. I'm gonna run the clock. I haven't tested this. This is the first time I'm doing this workout for the video, so I will see how long this thing takes. I'm gonna set it for, I'm gonna give us 25 minutes. I think that should give us plenty of time. All right, guys, I'm gonna get started, and if you need to take some time, just pause it and then start it up again when you're ready to go. We're gonna be off here in 10 seconds. Starting with those ninja burpees, starting on the ground. 2, 1, go. Sorry, I let go of my watch. Okay. Ooh, the left side's definitely hard for me on those airborne squats. Working on that mobility. All right, that's 3 rounds for me. We are just about 7 minutes in.
As we move forward, let's continue to practice these healthy
Smart,
habits.
guys.
Brought to you by Lysol. Wash your hands often. Monitor your health. Use the inside of your elbow to cough and sneeze. Wear a cloth face cover when around others. Keep 6 feet between yourself and others. Clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily. The best way forward is together. Lysol. What it takes to protect. Find more healthy habits at Lysol.com.
Last round, guys. Sorry about that freeze. All right. Whew. At 13 minutes. All right, guys, if you're still working, keep going. I think I'll cap this at 20, but keep it moving, guys. If you need to, you will pause it, hop back in when we cool down together. So let it run for a couple minutes, and then we'll start cooling it down. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and start cooling it down here. So if you need to pause it, feel free. Let's just start with a puppy dog. So tabletop position, knees are right above, right underneath our hips. We're going to walk our hands out, sink down, chest. Walk your hands back up. We're going to go into a lizard. Again, we'll start on the left side. Back knee stays down. If you can grab for that back leg in that twisted lizard position, awesome. If not, focus on the front leg until we switch. And then we'll do a quad stretch together after this, either way. All right, let's go ahead and switch through tabletop, opposite leg, driving that knee out, opening up that glute and hip. Again, if you can reach for the opposite foot, wonderful. If not, no worries. Go ahead and come back to that tabletop position, and then we're going to sit back on our heels like we did earlier. I'm going to have you take that left leg, straighten it out in front of you, come down so that both glutes are sitting on the ground, and then we're going to come back to that half saddle stretch, quad stretch. Should feel a nice extension through that ankle. And then come on up. We're going to hinge it forward towards that front foot. And we're going to switch legs. So right leg comes on front, left comes behind us. Get both of those glutes on the ground. Come back to that half saddle stretch. And then come on up, reaching for that front foot. Last thing here, guys, we're gonna come back to onto our backs, bring those knees in. We'll get that left leg out straight. Right knee pulls up towards our armpit. Right arm goes out, right knee comes across. Twist. Looking towards this side. And let's go ahead and switch. Pull those knees back in. Right leg out straight, left arm up towards the armpit. Arm out, leg across. And twist. Ooh, you feel that. And back to neutral. Go ahead and roll it on up. That's all I got for you today, guys. Hope you have a great day. And check out the next video next week.